She also began awareness for autism about 5 years ago when her brother was diagnosed. So she and I were talking about that before. So definitely put your hands together for Miss Raleigh, North Carolina.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to start with a few questions for you all. What child does not like Disney World? What child would rather line up his toy trains instead of actually playing with them? What child would sit on Santa's lap and ask for a tape measure to measure how big his house is instead of asking for Legos? And what child would shy away from other children his own age, but would rather converse with much older adults? My brother was that child, and now he is a 15-year-old young man in high school. After being diagnosed with high-functioning autism at the age of 10, he received therapy and was put on medication to help his symptoms. He went to therapy for about 3 years, and this past year, he finally came off of that medication. Now he's a defensive end for his high school JV football team. And he excels in academics. He actually went to NC State this past summer for engineering camp. He now enjoys going to school instead of being afraid of the classroom. Karsten went from having a few friends to now being a social butterfly, much like his sister. I don't want you to get the impression that his autism is gone, because it's not. Karsten still struggles with a lot of things that a lot of us take for granted. My mom has to monitor his hygiene, and it's not just because he's a 15-year-old boy. It's because brushing his teeth is one of the hardest tasks that he has. It's not all for him, but he also walks with a jolted walk. Standing at 6'1", and weighing over 200 pounds now, he wouldn't hurt a fly. He still can't stand having anything touching the back of his neck, so a lot of you with tags in your shirts, he would pitch a conniption fit. And loud noises still make him uneasy. Trust me, I took him to a concert this year, and he was not too fond of it. He's far from being non-autistic. I've often wondered, what will Karsten do when he is in college and he doesn't have any of us there to help him with these issues? Just as Karsten has had to adjust to high school this past year, he'll have to adjust to college. And then, from there, he will have to adjust to being on his own and having a job. I have told you my story to what led me to be an autism advocate. I've started an Autism Speaks youth chapter at Appalachian State University. And I do a lot of work with Autism Speaks in the greater Charlotte and greater Raleigh area of North Carolina. And I do a lot of work with Autism Society and the ARC of Wake County, which is the county that I live in. But all of this comes from him, and however, I've learned through him that the autism spectrum is just not children like Karsten. It's a very vast spectrum. There are thousands and thousands of others on the lower functioning end of the spectrum who need different kind of help and services than what my brother needs. There are many with no speech at all, and I've met many of these children. They have other challenges who need 24/7